Last time on 28 Days in Rehab, John, Connie, Stephanie, Jason, and Maureen delve deeper into the issues behind their addictions.
I want help so bad. Will you please help me?
You're gonna have a pipe in your mouth in less than a week. You already have one in your mouth. Okay?
This final week in rehab will truly test their resolve.
You don't think I'm sorry? See, I could yell too. You said you would take a look at it.
Talk to me like I'm a piece of and I don't like it.
Wait, see, it's too much for me to handle. Wait.
Please just get out of my life.
Whatever, you know what? I've been getting high for 25 years. I'm surprised I'm not already dead.
My compulsive gambling addiction was taking control of my life.
It feels internally like I just need it.
This disease strikes at any time.
I can't express how perfect my addiction is.
I want to be better, and I want to be better now. Just like any addict.
Moving into the fourth and final week of rehab, the group is feeling a stronger sense of urgency. Anxieties are running high. Fear of failure is setting in.
The fourth week in treatment is a preparatory week in going on out to the real world, basically focusing on relapse triggers and relapse prevention on it. What are my goals going to be? What's my new treatment plan going to be? And how am I going to set myself up and prevent the relapse?
That is not an issue right now.
Those are the things we really expect, but there's no guarantee. Every patient acts differently. They never cease to surprise us. Generally speaking, we're looking at either sending this person back home with a support system and building that support system back home, putting them into a halfway house, or putting in the longer-term phase of treatment, which is outpatient. They're beginning to do the things that they need to do to continue their lives.
John is applying lessons learned at CARE, dropping his facade of always being in control. He continues to look deeper into the family issues that have affected his recovery.
I was a pretty destructive figure in my family when I was active in my addictions, but there was a lot of pain before I ever picked up my addictions that I'm not sure how to go about and address it.
Barbara Caraway is a recovery specialist. She helps clients explore inner child and family issues, dealing directly with an addict's inability to cope.
Y'all look rather anticipatory this morning. I am too.
Barbara tends to give an overview of the family, how it's organized, kind of gets into the whole dynamics of the family, and sometimes that helps an individual see where they fit.
She can look right into your heart, and she can see what you're thinking, and you feel secure and comfortable with her.
Barbara uses a technique called family sculpting, an exercise that enables a person to recreate a family situation and experience it again in a safe environment. Group members are physically arranged to represent the client's family.
So know that if you don't get your body memories out, along with your thinking and feelings, you're still not free.
It's almost like a relief feeling of knowing that if there's anything you're dealing with that you want to get out, she's going to help you deal with those emotions.
John, you ready to do a little work?
Sober from alcohol for 3 years, John was dragged to the bottom by his gambling addiction.
I'm John. I'm probably third-generation alcoholic on both my paternal and maternal side. And probably my biggest fear, like I said, was to be my dad, and I just became him. I had a lot of hurt with the lack of a relationship with my father.
I think John is scared witless to go back to the real world. John also has a lot of anger issues that he has to address that haven't been addressed yet.
You've been sober a long time, not free. And somewhere along the way, John, you've missed out on a part that can set you free.
John still carries a painful and traumatic early childhood memory.
Take a deep breath. I want you to imagine being back in the house that you were in at that time. Mom and Dad is fighting. Luda, would you come be Daddy? Maureen, would you come be Mama? Where were you?
Initially sitting on my dad's lap.
Uh-huh.
Some of the raindrops keep falling on my head. On the stereo was cranking. started fighting, and the cops came. And my sister started screaming. And I started screaming. They took my mother and sister and I over to my grandfather's house. It's the last time they lived together.
Was it? Tell Daddy. Talk to him. Turn around here and talk to him.
I just wanted a dad.
I needed you.
I needed you.
I want you to be his addiction.
Okay.
Take him. You got him good. Hold on to him. Talk to his addiction.
You've destroyed my family. Get out of my life. Please, just get out of my life.
I have a right to be angry.
I have a right to be angry.
And I'm letting go of this pain.
And I'm letting go of this pain.
Yeah.
A lot of it were things that I've been aware of for a very long time, just never knew how to deal with. And I do not blame my father at all for my alcoholism or my compulsive gambling, nor do I blame my mother or my sister. However, the disease of addiction has wreaked havoc on generations of my family.
Okay. What you need to do with Mama?
Mom, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What you through?
Tell her what you're sorry most about, John. And tell her what you're most ashamed about. Tell her why you can't like you and why you can't be successful.
I couldn't help you. I couldn't protect you. And that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And that's what you wanted to do all this time, isn't it? I'm tired of carrying this shame.
I'm tired of carrying this shame.
I'm not going to carry that shame anymore.
I'm not going to carry that shame anymore.
Today, I'm a sober man,
Today I'm a sober man.
and I can handle things.
I can handle things.
Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah.
I have the capability of burying things down like that, and I realize how unhealthy it is. And to cry like that, as tough as it is for me to admit to myself, you know, I realize there's a healthy way of expressing feelings and not letting that stuff build up inside of us.
If the group is going to succeed on the outside, they will need to address painful emotions they have been avoiding for years.
They become very good survivors, and they're successful many times because they don't let their emotions get in their way, and they can move and control situations, but they have trouble with personal recovery, getting well, getting healthy, because they're so surrounded by defensive posture.
I would love to just cry like that and let everything out.
I think Maureen is trying, you know, but I think there's such deep emotional pain there that as a defense, she just shuts it down.
For the last 3 weeks, Maureen hasn't been able to let her guard down. It is blocking her recovery.
She has been so locked up, and you will know the severity of her abuse and her trauma by how much concrete she has put just to survive.
I was sick to my stomach. I was like outside in the hall hyperventilating before I even went in there. I was a nervous wreck.
What do you think it'll take for you to get well?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
One of the things is gut level honesty.
You know what? I have issues with my father, my mother, my sister.
Who can play your mother?
Honey,
Your father?
John. I don't remember being happy. I can't remember a happy time in my childhood.
Deal with the feelings that you have right now. I'm going to bring you over to your daddy. Tell him what you feel.
I don't want to be near you. I don't want to be in the same room as you.
When I'm in the same room with you, I feel...
Right now, to my stomach.
Uh-huh. And what's the fear of being with him?
Because we're going to end up fighting.
About?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever I've done wrong today or yesterday or 20 years ago. Or what I'm going to do wrong tomorrow. Stop it, John, please.
Don't stop it, John, please.
Oh, take that thing, and shove it up your
Can't you do anything right?
Apparently not. He's still, like, verbally just picks at me until there's nothing left.
Maureen, I think, looks like somebody that's been hurt very badly, and she's become very tough and very resilient and very defensive to survive.
There's a board meeting going on all the time, and he's chairing your board a lot. Wrong, 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 can't do, not worth do. You're allowing him to chair your board, take your tongue, take your emotions. He has spent a long time with a rigid board, just don't feel. And that's the story of where you are in your life today, isn't it? Wanting people to come in, and at the same time, stay away from me. I suggest you take on the chairmanship of your board and start giving different messages and handling things differently. You can do it.
Can't get through to everybody. Not everybody will let you, no matter who you are. In fact, sometimes somebody like Barbara scares people like that because they can see through it and they can connect, and that makes them even more upset because now they feel vulnerable.
I don't like what she was doing to me and making me feel these feelings. I don't feel this, wonderful warm glow from her, to be honest with you. She's a counselor that did her job, and she did a good job.
You may or may not see a lot of difference, but I believe a difference will be occurring daily now.
Using definitely helps me to forget, because yesterday, after that session, I wanted to go out so bad and get high, just to forget.
Next on 28 Days in Rehab, it's Connie's turn to struggle.
I'm lost. I don't know.
Because of what?